guess just start with just how surprised were you that the Chargers let you go, and then equally how surprised were you that you had this opportunity come up in Cleveland?
Well, I want to say when it comes down to like being surprised, I was just ready for whatever that came. You know what I mean? That was the key thing for it. So I wasn't surprised or anything like that because I still I felt like I put in a lot of work there, and they taught me. They paved the way for me. So I just had my head down, and whatever's set for me, that's what I did. So.
How'd you get the nickname Rocket?
So actually, when I was a youngin, so actually the Pop Warner team was called Rockets, and for my speed.
Okay.
What excites you most about the fit that you feel like you can have here with the Browns and everything?
Man, just watching film of Nick Chubb. So whenever I watched him, it was like, and just looking at the scheme of the offense, I felt like they at all perimeters of throwing the ball, pass protection, and just run game as well. So I feel like I fit well here.
You mentioned your speed, but aren't you a big back?
I feel like I got everything when it comes down to being a running back.
Kevin mentioned they had done their homework on you during the pre-draft process. Just curious, like what that was like. How much did you meet with them? When did you meet with them? And how long were those discussions?
I think I actually met with them at the combine one time. I met with so many people, so much teams at the combine. So I met with them one time, but I don't even remember. I remember.
Were you surprised that you got cut by the Chargers?
I want to say the surprise part of it because I didn't get cut. You know what I mean? I was going to make a stamp. Even if I was on a practice squad. That's my main thing was just getting the opportunity, and I feel like I got an opportunity there. And I took advantage of whatever that came. You know what I mean? And just head down and just kept my faith.
Do you know much about the offensive line here and what you're going to be running behind? Do you know anything about the
Nah, not yet.
What about the running back room? Do you know anybody in the room?
Yeah.
How do you feel like? What kind of a fit is this going to be for you?
Not only, I'm learning everything right now. Today, I came and I was on a flight last night, so just today is going to be this weekend actually. I'm staying down here, so this weekend going to be a learning thing, just from the player standpoint and then the offense as well.
Along those lines, what are your early impressions of Deuce and working with him as your position coach?
Man, like I just like the energy. I like the energy already. He showed the energy today, and I feel like just having that coach with a lot of energy is gonna hype me up every day.
You had a lot of play time in the 3 preseason games with the Chargers. Do you think you could be up and at 'em for the Bengals game?
Yeah, really, I'm just taking it day at a time. My first day here, trying to get the offense down and taking it one at a time. I'm not worried about the Bengals right now. I'm worried about getting like ready for this offense. And learning and just learning everybody's names and everything like that.
What are your strengths as a running back?
I feel like I got it all. I feel like when it comes down to pass protection, running the ball, power, speed, making someone miss, I feel like I got it all.
You had obviously the injuries in 23. How much do you feel like you're getting back after having played last year, getting back to maybe where you were pre-injury?
Say that one more time.
The injuries in 23. How much do you feel like having played last year now, getting back to maybe the form you had before those injuries occurred?
Yeah, well, I say 2024 was my year to show that I was ready and back to that rocket that I wanted to be at. So I feel like that set the stone. That was my key thing going to South Carolina, playing in the same offense that was at Arkansas, just showing that I still got it. That was my year to come back, and I feel like I did that.
Are you close to Gage?
Yeah, coach. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just with him it's crazy because I was at LA Chargers with D Camp. He had a great preseason as well, and then they best friends for real. So yeah, so me and him talked when we was at South Carolina.
What about? Do you know anything about like Quinshon Judkins? And did you ever know him before?
I met him. Yeah, I met him, but not too much. I met him through the combine. We hit each other up during college because little do you know, 2022, me and him was one of the top backs out of the 5. 2022.
I think you guys were 1 and 2 in the SEC in rushing.
Yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, we was texting back and forth. And just giving the praise out to each other.
You know Dylan at all?
Dylan. You saying? Oh, the running back?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. Actually, I met him at combine as well. Yeah.
So have you been in contact with Quinshon recently? Since you.
No.
No. Are you looking forward to him showing up here too and joining?
I'm worried.
At some point?
Yeah. Well, I'm worried about myself right now, and just like I said, just getting used to this atmosphere, this weather, everything. Just taking it one at a time. My goal, is to learn the offense. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Where was that Rockets team that you played on as a kid?
It was out in Florida, Palm Bay, Florida. Yeah, so it was Pop Warner team.
So, and somebody gave you the nickname, or did you?
Yeah, so actually, like after our Pop Warner year of Rockets, that's when it came up, and then one of my coaches, my head coach, actually gave me that name, and then I just rock with it.
So, does anyone every time you touch the ball, or?
Yeah, shoot, it was we had I was the back growing up that like get the ball and just run straight outside zone. Even if it's inside zone, I run outside zone. So that's how I showed my speed.
Does anyone call you Raheim?
Other than my mom, my mom got tremendous names, So
Teammates call you Rocket.
teammates call me Rocket. Yep.
What was your 40 time?
I think it was 4.4. I ran a 4.4. Yep.
How much do you think playing in the SEC
Thanks, Rocket.
prepared you for this one?
Truly, I feel like it prepared me, just to be ready for this level. You know what I mean, and just playing with a lot of guys that's in this level now. I feel like that helped me a lot tremendously.
As a pass catching back, what excites you about maybe Joe Flacco and then some of the other guys you're going to get to work with, Dylan Gabriel, Raheim Sanders?
Just all the quarterbacks, just it's always a pleasure to work with a lot like great quarterbacks, that just have a lot of history about themselves. And then I was at Chargers, so just Justin as well. So just feeling good, just make you want to do more when you have a great quarterback in the backfield, which we all got.
So you talk about you want to learn. So what is that experience like? You get cut, you get claimed, you have to pack up, move, start over so quickly. What is that like?
Really, like I said, just keeping my faith, and just going from, just undrafted and then playing with the Chargers, learning, just the NFL level. I feel like I wasn't even worrying about like the cut situation, this and that, because, I still put the work in, and, I feel like whenever you put the work in, God gonna find you a place you belong. And I feel like I belong here, and I feel like I belong there as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all.